Good morning and happy Thanksgiving for those in the U.S. or abroad. You can celebrate it with us. And give us the general reading for the collective on their journey. First, getting the overall energy of the Divine Feminine Spirit, please. Overall energy for the Divine Feminine. Thank you. Oh, we had that yesterday. Oops, okay. They get 2 cards today. In the masculine, the Divine Masculine in the collective. And they get 1. See, we're married back to the other one. Yesterday it was the opposite. Okay, Divine Feminine. Feeling very in your power, very strong in yourself. Like, this reminds me of when a bird or a peacock holds their chest out, like they're very proud of themselves, but not in an egotistical way. Just kind of like, here I am, come get me. But this stallion, or this Mustang, is a mare, and so she's sending her high vibe energy. These look like little feelers going out with the high vibration to her Divine Masculine. Listening to her higher self. Her crown chakras are wide open. She is shining bright. She's just glowing right now. And her third eye, of course, is open, and she sees, she's beginning to see past 3D and more 5D. She's seeing more of the soul level rather than one's body or avatar, what you see with your 2 eyes, but she's now seeing things from the third eye perspectives. Very much empowered. Empower meaning within herself or higher self, not power of the like Matrix version. Blending but glowing. The lizard. This always reminded me right now, and the other day as well, was the chameleon. So now she's mirroring how the masculine was. I think it was yesterday that we had this. On the masculine, so it's mirroring back, right? 1 minute this one's that, and then the energy flows to the other. So that's great that you're mirroring it. It shows you're energetically connected and really doing the work, listening to your higher self. Your chakras are vibrantly wide open. Your throat chakra is open. Opening. Your heart chakra is open. For some, they may have to work on their throat chakra. I see a little bit of a block here, maybe no communication between the masculine today, or, recently. But listening and seeing with your senses, like your senses are very much heightened right now. Very in a calm, loving energy. And your solar plexus is strong. For the Divine Masculine, we have the nightingale singing their song, crying out almost to the Divine Feminine. They know that she's the light. This is air element as well. Listening to their intuition now, and tuning into their spirit guides. And it's like they're trying to cry out for their Divine Feminine. They're speaking telepathically, hoping that she hears them. In their emotions. This looks like the full moon that she's on. And it's blue with a little bit of green, so speaking, but it's like they're trying to apologize and call her in, perhaps even trying to manifest. from an emotional point of view, which is great because, you know, emotion or energy, the more energy you put into a manifestation is going to come to fruition. But this is, he knows she's the light, the one that lights his world, and he's calling out and talking to her telepathically. And that's pretty much his focus. He thinks of that day and night. He's having a hard time concentrating on his daily activities. The little things in life still remind him of the divine feminine. Very much in his head about this situation, trying to analyze. Alright, so let's see what we got. Already shuffled everything, of course, just so it takes less time, because otherwise we go over in minutes. Spirit, give us true, precise messages for the divine feminine, please. True, precise messages for the divine feminine. Supposed to be in reverse. The choices, the Six of Pentacles, anything else? Okay. Alright, so divine feminines. You feel like you're fulfilling yourself with your cup, and you know, because you're mirroring one another, he's filling his cup with love. What you're looking forward to is that 10 of Cups. You want, this is, well, it's an ending and a beginning. So this is an ending for the search, because you know you found your person, you know you found your one. You're filling your cup, you're loving yourself, you're in union with yourself now. And you are feeling energetically, because you're mirroring your counterpart, that he's filling his cup as well, so that sooner or later those two cups will come together as one. But currently you're both filling your own cups separately. There are a couple people between you perhaps still delaying this, whether it's friends saying, you know, chatter, or just energy, family, friends, and so forth. But you're looking forward to celebrating that new beginning once they come raise their vibration to match yours, once you're in alignment so that they can connect. You know that you you know the connection with this. You want to do the work. You understand the science behind the journey. You both planted seeds and want to see this come to fruition, and you're both willing to put the work in. You're both wanting equal give and take. You're mirroring one another, and you want to grow old together. You also feel younger rather, childlike. You are both healing your one another's and your own inner child. You're doing the work. Great job. 6 of Cups. The Star card. You are the Star. This is also Aquarian, so the emotions, both of you are willing to pour out the emotions and share your emotions with one another at this time. Listening to, sorry, computer was phasing out. Listening to your spirit guide, your higher self. You are the star. This is number 8, a near ending, right? Coming together. Things are blossoming. This one's being watered over here. She's adding water over here. The 2 lotus petals, flowers over here represent the twin connection, the 2 that are just alike. They mirror one another again. And just as whatever you feel, they feel. Like this reminds me right now of when this water is hitting this puddle or the pond water here, lake, whatever it is, that has the ripple effects here. So this lotus flower, this person is feeling that ripple effect from whatever activity or energy this person's put out, and vice versa. So you're definitely feeling every little energetic movement of the other person, the emotions, whether they're getting down or emotional, if they're having a high vibrational moment. Really focused on self, coming in union with self, standing in your power of your strength, and your gifts that Spirit has given to you, and that you both have healing hands. Your star seed, your star seeds, and that you are gifted with healing. The gift of healing others. Thank you, Spirit. The gift of healing others, not only through your mind, your voice, but also through your aura alone heals others. So people like to be near you, are attracted to you. You draw them like a bright star. You're shining bright, they say. You're being loyal to this connection. Both of you are loyal to the connection. You have uprooted the old belief systems, but you have gained knowledge of this science behind this with your new belief system, and it's solid as a rock. You're not budging from this new journey that you're on. You're following the divine's guidance, Great Spirit. Your spirit guides are speaking to you. You're also listening to telepathic communication with your divine counterpart, working on your pentacles, and holding true to that belief of this connection. Currently, though, the divine feminines had to turn her back to the connection so that she could gain that union with self. She set her boundaries. And while it may have made him feel like he was left out in the cold, he can't get away from it. He is focused on it. He still feels that pull. He wants to keep nurturing that flame and doesn't understand why the feminine is sleeping on him, per se. Like he feels the energy, and he is still telepathically connected, still focused on the flame connection, but he feels like he's supposed to be leaving it behind, but can't. For some reason, he can't leave it, and he's not sure why. But both parties are realizing that that she's not an option, that there are no others like her. I'm hearing like normally when this is up, someone's trying to choose an option of many choices, whether it's a work, it could be a person, place, or thing. It's usually women or men, vice versa, for whoever. But in this situation, the divine feminine set her boundaries, said, I'm not an option. If you're going to still entertain as if I'm an option, then I'm removing myself from that until you can come to me correctly. And he's coming slowly. He's contemplating, why can't I leave this behind? Why do I still keep hearing her telepathically? So this is for the masculine, putting them in a little bit of headspace. Well, not a little bit. They're overanalyzing it. They're putting themselves in this Nine of Wands energy. They feel trapped, but all they've got to do is walk between the wands, right? Or pick them up and move them. They also feel like there's cockroaches all around them trying to get at them or prevent them from getting out regarding this connection. Spirit says this is in reverse, which it did come out in reverse when I drew the card. I was going to flip it over. I'm going to read it upright so that I can show you backwards. Normally it's feeling nurtured from one another, equal give and take. This is the Six of Pentacles. We also have 6 here. Okay. Listening to your both intuition, telepathic communication, but it's not, because it's in reverse, that currently it's not being reciprocity. You're not getting that reciprocated love. It's non-reciprocated. There you go. Or not so much the love, but the emotion. It's not equal give and take. The divine feminine perhaps has been, or masculine. Gender doesn't matter. It's just one of them has been giving more than the other in the connection, and so they pulled away and took themselves out of the option so that the other person, the counterpart, could step into power and realize that this is a divine gift from Great Spirit. It's divinely guided at the soul level regarding this, and that they have to get control over their devil energy to receive this gift so that they can see this gift. They are seeing it with their third eye. They're gaining understanding about this, and they're stepping in their position as Hierophant. There's been a recent transformation and rebirth for the divine feminine, and because we mirror one another, the divine masculines are going through their transformation, probably today, right current. 9 of Pentacles, building. The masculines are still building and focused on their earthly possessions, their pentacles, the things monetary wise. They're having a lot of growth, and they want to see a lot of growth. They know that the two of you are thinking of one another, speaking to one another telepathically, but really we're kind of having that worrisome energy about the connection. Like, are you going to see me? Are you going to, can we talk? This type of energy is what I'm getting from this 9 of Pentacles. The King of Swords is here. He wants to speak his truth. He wants to now come forward with communication. He doesn't want to leave this behind. He doesn't want to move on. Feels like it's just something holding on to him, grasping him. And his spirit guides are there reminding him that he needs to sit in this energy, sit in his truth, and speak his truth for this to move forward. Very nice. Truth is always good. Whew. Okay. These are great cards. I don't know that we need to clarify that, but we will. 10 of Cups, Spirit. Clarify 10 of Cups, even though it's an amazing card and it's got great energy attached to it. The Page of Coins, it's coming in. Spirit wants me to take this one too. Oh, yes, your King of Cups is coming in. He's coming in as slow as a turtle. He's sat with this now. He's in his emotions, in his passion, a lot of emotion. He's like surrounded by his emotions. But he is coming in with a message. He wants to communicate regarding this light, this connection, this journey. So this Page of Coins is coming in with a message. It's also the drums. This is dancing to a beat of your own drum, but for me it also reminds me of the drum roll when it's leading up to something that's coming, right? Something big. It's like, and then coming with passion. I'm just being drawn to this naked statue here. So very much coming in with passion. Maybe their sacral chakras being stimulated. Mushrooms. See the mushrooms. What do mushrooms mean? But the path behind him is solid. It's stone. It's rock. And he's walking on this solid path to you with the drum roll, saying, here I come. It reminds me also of like a parade, someone leading the parade until that big finale at the end of it, right? So he's leading up to this, which is why he's coming slow on this turtle to bring you that 10 of Cups. And something about the mushrooms, if that means something to someone. I just can't seem to... Mushrooms. Hopefully it's not a fungus. I'm sorry. Really? Okay, 6 of Cups. Let's get back to the 6 of Cups. In the past, you've been this. You felt like the Knight of Wands was the player energy in and out of your life, right? It's the rubber band effect. But we know on this journey that it is just that, because we're connected. So when one pulls away, the other one pulls towards them, right? And then the other one walks away, and that pulls the other one back. So it is the rubber band effect. So hence you do get some of that in and out energy. But as the Knight of Wands, it's also a player energy. So perhaps that either he was or you perceived him as such, but this is going away. The three-party situations are going away. They've realized that the others are crabs compared to you, or they. But he's now up out of that energy and sitting higher, beating his own drum. Being on solid ground, he's on this huge rock on sand, so he's getting himself to a more sturdy, stable foundation, and putting an end to, I'm just being drawn on the bottom of the deck, was the 10 of Swords, putting an end to that stabbing in the back, putting an end to the pain in this connection between the two of you. Wants to repair the bridge between the two of you as well. Whatever fell apart between the two of you, they want to come in and repair that. They are receiving messages from either an eagle or a hawk. You see that bird in the back. Can't tell what it is though. But it's putting an end, that bridge that was between the two of you was something to do with the three-party situation, the moon, shadow's side of himself, or the feminine. It could be either, just because I'm saying a gender, it goes either way. But he was trying to find, let me see, this way. He was trying to find something that made him feel the emotion or had feelings like the feelings he gets with you. Trying to not replace the energy, but trying to replicate that energy with someone else that doesn't have such a strong vibration, because that energy, and they didn't understand it. They didn't understand why the pull was so magnetic, like the moon energy draws. The moon is all about the magnetic. It pulls the ocean up from the earth. That's why we get the high tide and low tide, is from the moon's magnetism. So he was trying to replicate that by being with other women, but he's now realized that none of them compared to you. Not that he was comparing you to, but he couldn't replicate that energy, that feeling he gets with you, that feeling that you're his home. Okay. And he knows that you're his star. Evidently, Spirit wants me to read him from the bottom for a minute. Gotta hold that there. He knows that you're his star and that you lead him on this path that no one's taken him on before. It's this very narrow, crooked stone path that he can't even see where it ends, but he knows that you're the divine star that he's following and being led to follow. Also, he's shooting high, almost like the new beginning with this swords, Ace of Swords rather. And Two of Swords, Spirit showing him, giving him that new transformation, the rebirth, to see things from a higher perspective. he feels like this connection is magical, like someone has manifested it, and he's trying to now learn more of that, how to manifest himself, what he wants, because he wants to raise his vibration to match yours. He wants to, he wants to be like you. All right, so the star card, let's clarify. Star card, you had that twice. It's a number 8 card, so you got 2 8s. You got 2 9s here and 2 6s so far. 7 of Swords, which that's weird because that was on the bottom of the deck a minute ago, but I didn't pull it. 7 of Swords, fleeing the situation that he was currently in because it no longer serves him. All it's done is bring him down to a lower level, and he wants to raise that vibration. He feels like when he senses your energy, when he feels you in this Mustang energy, he just has to sing out because you just light him up. And he wants to feel that with you, so he wants to leave behind the things that don't serve him. But with that, he's also just recently received a tower moment, and other people have seen this tower moment occur, so he feels like people are watching. Perhaps it's regarding greed or money. He's been holding on so tightly to his money and material possessions, he doesn't realize the foundation, that it's jeopardizing the foundation of the journey of the relationship. The 8 of Coins is here. Now he has a new beginning on the horizon. He can see that this is from Spirit, something much higher, and he's ready to celebrate this with you. Temperance is here too. Good Lord, this is a lot on one card. Temperance is here to balance things out, but realize that there's been transformation, and he sees this transformation even from afar. He sees that you've just grown like this. I'm going to move this for a second. Just like this card here, looks like this beautiful mare is just in her beauty. Her hair is tasseled, right? She's really, her chest is up and her head is high. And she's like feeling in her power very much. She's just shining so bright that even from afar, even if he's not seeing you in person with his 2 eyes, he sees you with his 3rd eye, and energetically he knows you've transformed and are in your emotions, equally balancing those emotions, and that you are very balanced person regarding your emotions. You don't like jump off the handle or like go off the handle when you get upset. You balance them. You take a moment to go within and heal yourself so that you can deal with the situation. He's watching you from afar, perhaps social media, but he's watching you from afar, and just he thinks you're beautiful. All right, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Yes, he knows that you're the High Priestess. He's understanding this, how magical, and that you're in your power. Hang on, I gotta pick these up. Okay, another huge pile. He knows you're the High Priestess, and he feels that, and he's so drawn to it, but you also intimidate him slightly. 10 of Coins is a celebration and an ending, and these zombies that are around that have no comparison to you, the way he sees you, you're just above the rest. You just stand out from anything he's ever met before. Yes, you've transformed. This is my transformation, but in a stable way. You, again, these are like, they're earthlings that are not of your high vibration, Divine Feminine. And okay, Spirit says you've both gone through transformation now, so he's come out of his cocoon and he is growing his wings and, you know, learning to take flight. So he too is transformed. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell you here with the nightingale. He wants to sing because he feels how amazing, he senses this. Look at this. Both of you have the same glow. 9 of Swords. He did feel tied down to the situation with the karmic or the other parties. It could be work, person, place, or thing. But it kept him bound and tied, but most of all, it kept him from you. This could even be some of his devil energy, but Spirit was there giving him a hand, trying to pull him up out of that environment, pull him out of the vines that were holding him down. he does as a Page of Cups. In his emotion, he wants to offer you something. He wants to offer you his emotion or feelings. Six of Swords, moving forward. Wants calmer waters from where he was at. Page of Wands, again, communication. He's going to communicate the issues regarding his devil-like energy, the snake-like energy, or the snakes that are around him. You can see there's a huge boa constrictor on him that he can't seem to shake off. Four of Cups. This is sometimes in traditional tarot is options, right? He's meditating with the divine cup in front of him, but he's got other choices. In this one, it's different. Spirit is showing him different ways to heal. Spirit's showing him that he is a healer of this person here, and that he needs to call on his spirit guides to assist him in this healing and in his gifts as well. Seven of Swords. Got Five of Cups. Dealing with that in the cold. Not seeing that it was a divine choice and he chose wrong and has to correct that issue. So the Seven of Swords was, like we said, the Divine Feminine pulled back, said she's not going to be an option. So he thinks he's supposed to turn and leave, but he can't get his mind off this. He can't leave it behind. He can't put it to rest. Five of Cups, he's feeling left out in the cold, but the Spirit's showing him this was the divine thing. This is your wish fulfillment. What you prayed for was this divine love, and it's being handed to him. Spirit's showing him to come out of the cold. You chose wrong, and you need to correct your actions. So he's taking that leap of faith forward to take the leap and jump, even though he may feel like something's pulling him back. He's going to take that leap of faith because he knows that he doesn't have an option now. That you're the one that he's focused on. That you're the one he can't take his eyes and mind off. He's had a good look at himself in the mirror, and he's decided that's not the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror is not him. That's not who he wants to be anymore. So he wants to correct that. Seven of Coins, celebrate. He's celebrating because he's had this transformation. He's having this rebirth and realizes from a higher perspective, a higher vibration, that there's so much joy and love inside him that he's doing the inner healing and loving himself, which allows him to be at the vibration to come into union with you. Clarify the Nine of Wands. I'm going to have to change decks here in a second. Clarify Seven of Wands. He knows that you're his Empress as well, that you can tame the snakes around him. He knows that you are listening to spirit guides, that you're very spiritual, very beautiful, that you're guided by the divine, that you don't see things twisted. You see things for as they are within. You look beyond the physical and look into his soul. You see him for the real him and what his potential is. And it makes him feel like your emperor. You make him feel like something so much more than he ever saw himself. Wow, that's powerful. It helps to close the gap between the two of you. Spirit is showing him to aim high with his truth so that the two can come back together and close the gap. Okay. The Two of Cups. Equal give and take. Spirit wants you to know that there will be, that with this message coming in, that closing the gap between is going to be an equal give and take. Reciprocity will be here. He will give you nourishment and love as much as you're giving to him, masculine or feminine. Either way, it's equal. Equaling out. And he has finally found the strength thanks to you. He has been able to invoke his bear energy and be both. He realizes now that we are all connected, the animals, the plants, the stones, the crystals, earth, and our human beings. We're all, and the stars, we're all connected energetically. Whew. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse. I love this deck. It's very powerful. It's the Shaman Tarot, if you want to know. Wheel of Fortune is here. Once this union comes into play, the Six of Wands here, that he wasn't nurturing you, but now he's finding the strength to. This will make the Wheel of Fortune to roll again, to unstuck. I don't know if that's a get unstuck. Okay, this was funny. 8 of Cups, because a lot of emotions, but those other people he kept trying to find nourishment with, to find that same feeling that he has with you, that same high vibration that he couldn't find with others, is because, well, he thought they were dragonflies like you, they were just moths. And so it broke his heart to think that he can't fill that void from you. Okay, the Hierophants, clarified by the Hierophants. The 6 of coins, which equal give and take, working together with the Lovers, being bound together. This is the Kundalini as well, in that it's a spiritually guided connection. And the Sun card is here regarding that Ace of Cups, that he's filled his cup of love for himself, and of course the High Priestess has, and so now he wants to offer you that cup. The Mother Bear here is taking care of cubs. This is about nurturing and providing, but protecting you. Communication from the King of Wands. It's been a long battle. He's had to wrestle a lot of gators, go through a lot of danger, or how he feels, to get to you, to prove himself to you. And he's willing to climb the mountains, climb the walls, climb the tower to get to you. Basically, he's willing to fight for you. Page of Cups coming in with the beautiful offer. He sees you as just beautiful and emotional, but vulnerable. He sees you as almost like a goddess. Whew, okay. In the past, he's had this 9 of Pentacles, where he was worried that you wouldn't see him for who he truly is. He was worried that while he was thinking of you and building his pentacles, that you wouldn't still see him the way you used to, that you would see him as something dark and negative while he's healing himself, because, you know, Spirit's got to bring all that past of his past or hers past up from the depths of his soul, right, to heal. So then he was worried that you were going to see him for something dark, and that he wasn't, not his true self. He wants you to look at him the way you used to when you were first met. So he's gone through the dark night of the soul with the 8 of Swords, and Spirit has dragged him literally out of that spiritual death and rebirth. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do it this way. 4 of Swords, he's needed to go in and heal, but he kept feeling like everyone else was laughing at him, like everyone else knew of all these things that he's done in the past, but they really might have only been a pebble, but he was thinking of them like a mountain. Okay, so he's gone in hangman mode, and he realized, for a new perspective, but this is also the, in this deck, this is the, what do you call it when you test? Can't think of the word. It's like test. College sororities have them. Initiation, thank you. The initiation card. This is being, Spirit's giving you the initiation to him, the initiation to get through that next gate, through the transformation for that rebirth. 5 of Swords. He took a good look at himself and saw the reflection was not of himself, that he was trying to pretend to be someone he wasn't, and he realized this. So that's why all that, you know, Spirit has shown him that, so that he's come out as King of Swords now, having to sit with it Spirit's making him sit with that energy for a minute to realize this so that he can come forward in his truth. Yes, he's looked himself in the mirror, and he didn't like that man in the mirror, and he knew that he had to heal the person in the mirror, the person he sees in the mirror, because he wants you to see his soul. He wants you to see him for who he truly can be. Wow. Whew. Wow. Fire energy. Whew. Okay, coming forward to you as a Knight of Swords, in his truth, determined. Even the bird is singing. Look at that. Determined. And on the bottom, he's the King of Coins as well. He's listening to his higher self. Spirit has given him visions of where he needs to go, his spiritual journey, his spiritual path. Spirit's also shown him the snake energy he used to have and how he once was before this transformation, and he didn't like it. It scared him. Okay, I was only going to take a couple, but, alright, somebody needs to go in and heal their being envious of the other, of their divine counterpart. Don't be envy, because they are a mirror of you, so, you need to realize your own gifts, and that, it's one of those dark shadow energies like jealousy. You need to go in and see why you feel this way. Malachite has copper concentrate inside. It aids in healing aches, joints, reduces swelling. It is a dark green with light green. It's right here. Don't mind my broken fingernail. Okay? Spirit's giving you messages in your dreams. And they're very important in that they're wanting you to journal your dreams. And remember that fear is an illusion. You just have to push past that veil. Have strength and take the leap of faith and move forward. Heal your vices, such as envy, jealousy, your alcohol, smoking, drugs, sexual addiction, etc. Okay, release fear of your truth. Someone is afraid. Have mercy on you. You know, as divine feminines, we know that we have to have mercy on the masculines, because all the things that they have had, the vices they have, the things they've grown up with, the issues that they're dealing with, were there to trigger us so that we can learn to heal ourselves. We teach one another as we trigger one another, right? And then we go within and we heal, as we say this every message probably. But Spirit has told us we have to have mercy on them because it was all divinely guided. But important also, we need to have mercy on ourselves and forgive ourselves. Okay? Heal the greed within you. Material objects, money, is not where your abundance should lie. So if you ask yourself a question right now, one, volunteer to help someone, perhaps animal shelters, a food bank, little old lady on the corner, or old man. Ask yourself a question, and there's either a yes or no in here. Blue tourmaline, the 5th and 6th chakra, it's throat chakra and 3rd eye. What seems to be an injustice is really a blessing, so be grateful for the blessing. Be grateful for the triggers and the lessons, especially today's Thanksgiving. Be thankful for every lesson we get. The new soulmate is a test. Karmic lessons will ensure. Yes, so while you're getting frustrated with this journey and the magnetic pole and trying to decide to turn away, if you start to see someone and you say, oh, they're my soulmate, then remember it's a test from the universe saying, are you going to be dedicated to this journey, you were a chosen one. Are you going to turn your back on your journey for a soulmate? Then you'll end up with karmic lessons. Amethyst wand opens your 6th chakra and 3rd eye. It removes blockages from sacral chakra. And if you've asked yourself a question, then the answer is no. Alright, that is what I have for you. I hope you have a terrific Thanksgiving Day and many blessings.